Guys, just continuing the update of videos of the influx. So this is gonna be a basketball video, and maybe I'll call it the future of the Golden State Warriors. Not that the Warriors are my favorite team, no, but they have my favorite player, the greatest shooter in the world, the greatest shooter of all time, the G-So, Steph Curry. But what I want to discuss is in what ways. Hold on, we got a glare going on over. In what ways is Klay Thompson the second half of the Splash Brothers? In what ways is he, I don't want to say more valuable, but as valuable, differently valuable? Klay Thompson versus Steph Curry. And the reason I bring this up is when Klay Thompson ignites, like there was that one quarter where he scored like I think it was like 36 points in one quarter, so 36 points in 12 minutes, which is ridiculous. I think that was his like greatest game of the season, that past season. But imagine if Klay Thompson was able to go off like that once every 5 games, once every 10 games. What if he was able to ignite that spark consistently? Now, Klay Thompson expressed that he would love to finish his career as a Golden State Warrior. I'll tell you who didn't express that. Kevin Durant has not expressed that yet. Therefore, the future of the Warriors. Now, wait a minute. If Klay Thompson somehow develops the handle of a Steph Curry, the handle of a Kyrie Irving, the handle of Damian Lillard, Kemba Walker, etc. If he gets that handle of that ball movement, not necessarily passing, but let's just say the ankle breaking, the ability to dance, as Steve Nash said of Steph Curry, he dances. Steph Curry dances, and he doesn't dominate the game physically. That's why people don't even put him in this conversation of like the Mount Rushmore, the greatest of all times, like overall. Because let's face it, Steph Curry can play defense. He gets the occasional steal, a random rebound, a random block, very rare random block, but it happens. The future of the Warriors concerns me a lot, because obviously it affects my favorite player. My second, if you want to call him my second favorite player, would probably be Klay Thompson. The future of Boogie Cousins. If Boogie makes a splash, can you really argue if the Warriors would even be distraught over not keeping Kevin Durant? There was a tweet by Kevin Durant's brother, I believe, and he said something along the lines of we're going to keep getting these championships until then we're ready to move out, or something like that. We're ready to change direction. I forget what he said, but it implied he would get as many championships as possible with the Warriors until he could sign a max contract deal along the lines of LeBron James, along the lines of James Harden, arguably even Steph Curry. And Kevin Durant even mentioned he's never gotten that big contract, and he knows he deserves it, and he wants it. There's no argument for me about that. The argument I have is, if you can consistently be the kings of the West and consistently go to the finals and usually win the finals, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if all you care about is money, you know, KD, I thought you were better than that. I mean, I get it. It's a business. You're a business. You got endorsements. You know, I play 2K. I know you got to get shoe endorsements. Got to get a Gatorade endorsement. But it's just I have to see how the season goes. The East is very interesting, but yeah, what else can I say about the Splash Brothers? Yes, well, the reason the timeliness of this video is Klay Thompson recently set the record for most 3-pointers in one game with 14, breaking Steph Curry's record of, I believe it was 13. So kind of makes you think. But MVP, I don't even know who's gonna be the MVP this season. I mean, there's so much talent out there right now, and everyone is playing well, and there's been like so many 40 plus, 50 point plus games lately. This is a really, really good time to become a basketball fan if they're not already. Like this, typically this shit doesn't happen all the time, and it's starting to, and it's not only is it entertaining, to be honest, it's kind of scary. The way the human body is evolving, it's crazy. Well, guys, so that's